Chapter 1: The system is not broken. Most people believe banks treat everyone the same. They are wrong, not slightly wrong, structurally wrong. There is a documented tiered service architecture inside every major financial institution in this country. It does not appear in their advertising. It does not appear in their terms of service. It appears in how long you wait on hold, in whether someone stands up when you walk through the door, in whether your fee gets reversed in 3 hours or never gets reversed at all. This is not opinion. This is observable across every balance level from 0 to $29 million. What follows is that system, documented level by level. Chapter 2: 0 to $500. The penalty tier at 0. The bank's relationship with you is punitive by design. You overdraft by $4. The fee is $35. The penalty for being broke is that you become more broke. A second charge processes, another $35. You now owe $77 to an institution that generated that debt from a $4 mistake. You call, the hold music runs for 20 minutes. A voice answers, reads from a script, tells you the fee cannot be reversed at this time. Nobody calls back. This is not an accident. Overdraft fees generated $33 billion in revenue for U.S. banks in a single year. The architecture of the penalty tier exists because it is profitable. The people least able to absorb fees are the people charged the most fees. The math is intentional. At this level, you do not have a banker. You have a terms of service agreement and a hold queue. Chapter 3: $2,000. The threshold. Something changes at $2,000, not the bank's values, the bank's math. Your direct deposit hits every 2 weeks. Consistent, predictable. The maintenance fee disappears, not because you asked, because your behavior now matches a profile that earns the bank money, so they allow you to keep yours. The credit card offers arrive. Real ones this time, not secured cards requiring your own collateral. Actual credit with actual limits. The same institution that rejected you 8 months ago is now mailing you envelopes with your name in metallic ink. You walk into the branch. The teller says good morning before you reach the counter. Not warmth, recognition. The middle ground between invisible and valued, where most Americans spend their entire financial lives. You apply for a $5,000 loan, approved in 48 hours. The rate is 11%. The process worked the way the commercials always promised it would. Here is what nobody tells you about this moment. The bank did not decide you were trustworthy. The bank decided you were sellable. Creditworthy and sellable are not the same thing. One is about your character, the other is about your profile. The bank only ever cared about your profile. Chapter 4: $15,000. The relationship tier begins at $15,000. A person calls you, not automated. A person, your assigned relationship banker. He says his name twice, gives you a direct line, asks about your goals and your timeline. He wants to schedule a 15-minute review. The institution that put you on hold for 40 minutes at $200 just dialed your number first on a Tuesday morning. The interest rate on your next loan drops to 6.8%. The same credit product that cost 11% at $2,000 now costs nearly half that. The price of money got cheaper, not because you negotiated harder. Because you stopped being classified as a risk. A fee appears on your statement. $32. You email your banker. 3 hours later it is reversed. No form, no phone tree, no script. A single reply taken care of. The same fee that drained your account for years is now optional. The system did not change, your tier did. Chapter 5: $80,000. Preferred. The word appears on your statement. Preferred client. You did not earn the title. The number did. Your relationship banker becomes a real person. He knows you have a sister in Chicago because you mentioned it once 9 months ago. He emails on your birthday. The detail is not accidental. It is trained. The bank teaches him to remember small things because small things keep accounts. You walk into a branch you have never visited. Someone knows your name before you sign anything. A different banker stands up to introduce himself. The system has flagged you across every location, not because of fame, because of position. A pre-approval letter arrives for a $400,000 mortgage. The bank decided what you could afford before you decided to buy a house. They want the loan before you have chosen the property. You mention to your banker that a competitor offered better rates. He calls back within an hour with a counter. The institution that ignored you at $200 is now competing to keep you. Chapter 6, $500,000 to $5 million. The consultation tier above $500,000, the bank stops offering products. It starts offering access. The wealth manager drives to your office. Not the other way around. He brings printed reports in a leather folder. The conversation runs 90 minutes. At the end, he does not try to close anything. He leaves a card and says he will send a follow-up. The selling already happened. You did not notice it because it did not look like selling. At $5 million, you enter private banking. The phrase sounds similar to wealth management. It is not. Wealth management is a service. Private banking is a relationship, and relationships do not follow standard rules. They negotiate them. Your private banker manages fewer than 20 accounts. Yours is one of them. The interest rate on your mortgage is not published. It is negotiated. The investment minimum on a private deal is waived because the relationship justifies it. Paperwork that takes a standard customer 2 weeks is processed in 48 hours because someone was told whose account it is. You walk into a branch you have never visited. They know your name before you reach the counter, not because of fame, because of a database flag that prioritizes you before you speak. Chapter 7, $25 million. The architecture changes at $25 million. The institution reorganizes around you. 3 people inside the bank exist in part because of your account. They do not know this, you do not either, but the math is real and the structure reflects it. Deals arrive before they are publicly available. Investments are structured around your participation before you have agreed to participate. You do not apply for things at $25 million. Things apply for you, but the real shift is not access. It is influence. The chief investment officer asks for your opinion on emerging markets. The head of private banking travels to ask what their next tier of clients should expect from the institution. You are shaping the bank that once charged you $35 for being broke. The system that penalized you for a $4 overdraft is now consulting you on its future direction. The same institution, the same architecture. The only variable that changed was the number next to your name. Chapter 8, what the system reveals here is what every level documents when you map them together. The bank was not cruel to you when you were broke. The bank was indifferent. And indifference at scale, applied consistently to people who cannot afford to push back, produces outcomes that are functionally identical to cruelty. The intent does not matter. The architecture does. Every fee, every hold queue, every unreturned call, every smile that stopped when you stepped up to the counter, none of it was personal. All of it was systemic. The system is not broken. The system is performing exactly as designed, and the design is simple. You receive service proportional to how much money the institution can make from your account. Not from you, from your account. You are the same person at every balance. The bank just decides who you are based on what's next to your name. That is not a flaw in the system. That is the system.